Yeah, big day, big moment for our program. Big day, big moment for University of Idaho. Couldn't be more proud of our guys. We have a word on the board every single day when we walk in the locker room. Top right-hand corner, it says "together" every day. That's kind of what this program's built on, competing together. And I thought we did a really good job of that. Different guys stepped up, and through the highs and lows of the game, we stayed together, we stayed connected, we continued to battle, and I'm just extremely proud of them. And on a similar note, I'm really proud of this university. You know, I'm raising my son in this community. This is a place that I'm proud to be a part of. And to see Idaho come in here and get the sweep, I'm super excited for Coach Arthur, and I'm just excited for getting Idaho back to where it should be. Questions?
Coach, you guys were pretty balanced today. Is that just talk a little bit about you guys' scoring and getting a bunch of guys involved?
Yeah, I think I have really good depth on this team. You know, different guys can step up at different times. I think what makes us different this year compared to last year is we can really pound the basketball inside and kind of have that inside-outside presence. And so different guys are going to score based on the coverages. We hope defenses have to kind of pick their poison against us. And I think there were some really good moments where, our guards kind of took over and they took that away, and then we pounded the basketball inside. So kind of that versatility is a strength. You know, we only played 8 guys tonight. We had to keep the rotation pretty tight, but there's definitely other guys on this roster that are going to impact winning for us this year. And so, just really excited to see everybody contribute.
And maybe for Brody, like Coach was saying, it's been a while since Idaho won this game. You guys start off the season with a big win. What does it mean to you guys as players?
It means a lot. This is why I came back home. This is why I came to Idaho. We're building something special here, and I wanted to be a part of it. And I just love the group that we have and how together we are. So I'm just super excited about it.
Brody, what was it like preparing for this game, given that it was the season opener and you didn't have any film on the Cougars?
A little tough. A lot of new guys for Washington State. But, we did our best. I thought every day this week in practice we were locked in to the scout. I had great days of preparation, and we came out and we showed it. So
I would say this was a pretty physical game, especially for it being the season opener. What do you have to say about your guys' ability to impose your will in that front court?
I think our front court is as good as it gets in the Big Sky. We have a lot of depth, and I trust those guys. If I'm in foul trouble or whatever the case may be, I trust those guys behind me with all my heart. So.
And what does it mean to you to have this win, Coach? Talk about your emotions, your pride, how proud you are of your team.
Yeah, I think we've been building something over the past couple of years, and I think this is a great moment. Now it's just kind of a point of reflection for us. What I mean by that is, this isn't the end result, right? We're kind of trying to climb up a mountain here, and this is a point that we're going to make note of and celebrate, but we still got a long ways to go. And so very excited about this, proud of the guys for the work they put in, but I think everybody in that locker room understands we're going to celebrate this, but this isn't the end goal. So, it's a great stepping stone for where we're trying to take this program.
That being said, knowing this isn't the end goal, what can a win like this do for you as you start your season?
Yeah, it's about confidence. I think I like the line that coaching is a belief-building business. That's what this is, right? So you take over a program like Idaho who had its struggles for a few years. You got to build that belief that we have a roster and a program that can compete for championships. And so I think our guys believe, they really do, but we know we're still the underdogs, and so a win like this really helps with that belief. Now it's not just, hey, we can go in and win games, but the guys understand that's what we need to do. That's the expectation.
And Brody, when you were coming to Idaho, maybe talking with other newcomers, or games like this and games that I'm sure you guys are hoping that are still to come on the schedule, kind of what you were imagining?
Yeah, for sure. I know this game means a lot for Idaho and the community, so we wanted to, put our best foot forth and get a win for the Moscow. So,
Coach, you guys have a lot of guys that are actually from Idaho on your roster this year. How important is recruiting in state for you guys, and is that a focus for you as a coach, recruiting?
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I wanted to make sure I brought that up. Look, it's a huge part of what we're trying to do. In today's college basketball landscape, you have to find reasons why people want to be where their feet are. And I think these 5 Idaho guys, it means something to them to wear that across their chest. And so, they battled. They were huge for us tonight, all the Idaho guys. It's just a sense of pride. You want guys who are proud of what we're doing here. And I think all 5 of those guys are a huge part of this. Brody is a great example, right? He's started 81 career games in Louisiana, right? What did he want to do for his senior year? He wanted to come back home and put this program, this team back on the map. And I think all our guys kind of have that sense of pride with what we're building and with, representing the flagship university in our state. I think it's a big deal. Yeah.
And then as far as the game, how important was it for you guys to build that double-digit lead? And then what are you telling your guys at the end when it's close there at the end to pull out the win?
Yeah, a big key for us tonight was foul discipline, and we wanted to make sure we weren't sending them to the free throw line, which is a huge strength of them. They're hard to officiate. They pound the ball inside, they post up hard, and your natural reaction is to grab and hold, and we really worked hard on not doing that. But down the stretch, we fouled way too much, and so I'm glad we had that cushion to kind of hang on to. Obviously, came down to inches there at the end, so good learning opportunities. We have to close out games better than we did, have to be a little more disciplined than we were, but good learning experiences for us.
Coach, just kind of going off what you said there, I mean, they had 34 free throw attempts and you guys had 19, but you guys were still able to, you had build such a big lead early on. What do you have to say about your guys' ability to, force them to take contested shots throughout the game?
Yeah, it's a give and take, right? You don't want to send them to the foul line, but you have to match their physicality. And so, again, we worked hard all week on doing it. Like Brody said, we have a physical front line, and I think even our guards play the game with some physicality this year. The numbers we looked at was the rebound differential. Early in the game, we were doing a great job on the glass. At halftime, we were doing a great job on the glass. The second half, it got away from us a little bit. And then the other big number for us is points in the paint. And so to be able to go into Washington State and win the rebounding margin and go into Washington State and win the points in the paint battle, those are two really good signs for us.
You also forced 22 missed threes. How do you feel about your team and the way you guys pride yourself on perimeter defense?
Yeah, their bigs knocked down a couple threes, and it's kind of the way we're playing this year. We're trying to, we call it an anchor. We're trying to anchor that defense a little bit with our big fellas and protect the rim, and I think it led to less points in the paint, but we did give up a couple of threes. So we still did a good job playing inside out, protecting the three-point line within our philosophy. Yeah.
And talking about those big men on your team, I mean, you guys lost a good portion of your backcourt players last year. You come in with these new look guys this year, and you have Brody and Seth both scoring in double digits in their first game. Big performance from them. How do you feel about what you saw from your backcourt here tonight?
Front court. Yeah, front court is tough. They're physical, and I think the word I'd use to describe our front court this year is that they're consistent. And so, Brody's a rock. He's the same guy every single day. Jackson Rasmussen does not look like a freshman out there. He's a rock. He's consistent. He's going to have a big year for us. And then Seth is kind of our, X factor there in the front court who can shoot it, can drive it, can make plays defensively. So feel really, really comfortable with our front court. I think we reloaded in that area and have become more consistent, which is really good. But I think our guards also played really well tonight. I mean, Christian Gonzalez's line is ridiculous, right? 18 points in 18 minutes, extremely efficient. And Chris is coming back from off-season injuries as well. And so for him to be able to come out and have a performance like that on a bum leg, it's just it's really, really impressive. So a lot of good guard play as well.